Welcome to Factorio, Brave New World. My name is Nilaus, and this is the recap number 5 for the 5th week of streaming this awesome base. I'm streaming this base over on Twitch. The address is twitch.tv/Nilaus. I'm streaming it on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays at 8 p.m. Central European Time. So do come on over, say hi, yell at me in real time, and yeah, it's awesome if you have the opportunity. But if not, I have these recaps so you can kind of get a sense of what's going on with the base, and also there's VODs available over on Twitch. Now, this is where we left off the last time. This is after 45 hours of playthrough, and we are in the process of designing a massive green circuit factory. This will be generating 32 fully compressed blue lanes of green circuits once completed. I'll not be building all of it, but I'll be building the infrastructure for it, and then some part of it, because I don't have the modules or beacons to fully support it, and I don't have the materials or the demand for it, so I'm not going to build all of it at this point. Let's jump forward in time about 4 hours to see what was done in the next stream. So here we are, and we can see that the blinky part is just expanding solar panels. This is one of the things that I'll always do. I'll always just try to expand solar panels into whatever regions of the base that we don't really have anything built yet. We've not expanded the perimeter at all because all of the work has been done on this part, the massive green circuit field, which is now ready, by the way. It is working, but it's only taking these 2 lanes in. No, it's actually taking all of it in. So it's actually trying desperately to fill up copper into all of these, fill it up to 120,000. So it wants to fill up 120,000 copper in each. Likewise for the iron, also trying to fill up every single one. And it's just filled up like 1 or 2 of those. It'll also always take like the closest one. So it'll fill up this one, and only when this is full, this is also 120. When this is full, it closes, and then it goes into the next lane. Currently, I only have 1 train running, and I only have 1 train running over here as well. So obviously it's not going to keep up, but it still functions the way it should. Basically, they go in here and they get spread out in these magnificent splitters, and then go into this mixed beltery. And we have our green circuit production. I built 2 lanes. That means I'm now getting 4 full lanes, fully compressed lanes, going out here into 8 stations for green circuits. And I can only lead, or I could lead more. Well, actually I couldn't, but this is the thing right now. Even though this is producing 4 full lanes, I can only consume 2 lanes at once, because the only one that I've done is 1 train. 1 station is dedicated. Each outbound station will be dedicated to something. For example, I may have, what can you say? We can say 2 stations heading over for the red circuits, maybe 3 heading over for blue circuits. You know, that we'll figure out where they need to go. But it's going to be a bit of a challenge to figure out where we need this the most. But anyway, there'll be 1 going back to the hub, and that's the one we have here. This one is almost full. It's at 63,000, and there we go. Wow, what timing this is, huh? I just get to watch this completely fill up and head back to the hub on a newly dedicated line. So this is also, again, it is allowed to intersect with other lines, otherwise it just wouldn't be possible. But it is not allowed to share the same belts as anything else. This is actually the very first one coming in. So you can see it goes in here. We haven't been able to do anything except for the fact that it is now filling up and unloading. And then the next part is getting it back in here on the bus to be available for whatever else we need it. So we can start unloading this one and use that for something else. Right, as we are looking at it, let's just go in here. We've launched 27 rockets at this point. Plastic is working, but it's not full belts though. It's not full belts, and it should be. Aside from this, I don't think much else has happened. This was a massive project to get this built, and also figuring out where these trains are going to be. This will be the biggest challenge of the base, just trying to figure out how to do the trains. We've also tapped another 20 million iron deposit here, which now means that there are 2 trains, 1 and 2, heading into what is now 3 stations here. And one of them is open for business. And why is it not getting in? Because This one isn't set up yet. Okay, that's something we will solve, but this one is not set up because it's just not full yet. But it will be soon enough. So that's how it works. We can see that how incredibly easy it is to scale this up. It's simply just stamping down another one next to it, and I have room for, I don't know, I have room for some. And by the time we need more than what I can fit in here, then I'm sure that we have more space and can push out in both directions as needed. Still, this is what we have, and let's jump forward in time just to see what is the next project we are starting on. And here we are. We have now started expanding several different directions. We've made a little, what could we say, appendix out here. We are being very careful about our credits at this point because we can't just do careless expansion. I can't just cut this corner off because there's simply not enough credit. So we snuck a line from copper so that we now have, we have two copper facilities, or copper ore mines, this one and that one. And they are now available. They are idle because they're just waiting for the copper to come in. So here having two lines is good because one of these outbound lines will go to the hub and another one will go to the green circuits. But as we see that we are consuming more, if we're starting to see that this train isn't getting filled up because these are not there, like what we're seeing now, 14,000, it's simply not producing fast enough, then it is time for us to feed more into it. This one though, if we look at the copper, it's not really a big deal because I have made this quite brilliant in my humble opinion, overflow thing, so that what happens is that as long as this belt is full, which means there is a constant flow here, these shut off. But when my copper is, when this copper mining facility isn't able to keep the lines open, then I open this, and these are all going in underneath here, filling up the belt in advance of what comes out of these. So right now you can see that the demand in the base isn't very much, and that means we're currently consuming less copper than what the mine can produce, and I really want this mine just empty as fast as possible. That's why I prioritize it. Going down here, checking out rockets 42. It's something, but it's not amazing in any way. We're still having lots of issues here with the random stuff, and that's just how it goes. We can see here we are using a lot of our stone bricks instead of using our stone bricks. We are using it for landfill, which is obviously a mistake when we have this glorious landfill production facility. It's probably more valuable. So we're also expanding out here. This is a new place that we are tapping. We need some coal coming in here. This has recently been tapped. Of course, this can't go anywhere because I don't know. I don't have it. But we've claimed another little area, and this is going over here where we are starting to make. Now it says red circuit, but it's plastic outbound for red circuit. That's what it's going to be. So this is our plastic build. We built some oil here, but that will be updated once we have some better ones from our Factorio workshops. But I'm just starting to highlight that yes, I want the plastic to be over here and tap this oil to go into an oil build, a petroleum, get it in here, bring the coal line in to here, and this one will be exactly aligned with this. So I have iron, copper, plastic, and then steel over here, hopefully, so that I can just have the basic materials at this location, at this height. I think that's going to be a good idea. Then hopefully, sort of eventually, I would expand further upwards. But let's see about it. You never know what's gonna happen. Yeah, so let's jump forward to see what happens with our plastic build in the next episode. So here we are, and now also something else has happened, and that is during a random talk we found out that you can do QR codes in Factorio. So knock yourself out and try this QR code. If you feel like it, pause the screen, hit the QR code. It's going to be fun. Also, you can make it smaller, but as you can see, it doesn't look good in here, but this is actually looking okay. But the big one is better, but it takes an awful lot of products to do. Now, what we have done now is we have claimed this area. We've taken the coal, is now a full line going out here in the water, going in here and heading into the inbound station down there for coal. It's going up here into a plastic production. This is a very nice plastic production that we've built. It actually produces, each one of these lines produce 2 full belts of plastic, 2 very much almost full plastic belts, very almost full. And I can't really get it any more full than this. And that gives us, for each line like this, it gives us 4 full belts. So that's pretty good. It is unfortunately not tileable to exactly to the same degree that the other one was, but that's okay. We probably don't need like 8 of these next to each other, but yeah, we'll see. If you look at backtracking the oil is coming from up here, from this glorious location, producing a total of 1,660 petroleum per second. That's very nice. We have stockpiled these, but it's just getting stuck. This problem will obviously not be able to, or this part here will obviously not be able to feed all of the oil in here. And at this moment, we're not consuming it fast enough. But this is a very, very nice build. This is built as, if you want to see how this is built and also how this actually tiles from the very early oil build and all the way up, you can check out my YouTube video on oil processing that isn't up there yet, but maybe when you watch this there will be a new oil tutorial. Otherwise there is a Twitch workshop VOD that you can check out. But do keep an eye on my YouTube channel to see if there shouldn't be an oil processing tutorial coming up soon. It's pretty damn awesome, this build. I'm really happy. It's actually one of my best builds, so our best builds. So pretty damn cool. Anyway, yeah, that's just a little plug for my workshops every Monday over on Twitch at Twitch TV/Nilos at 8 p.m. Central European Time on Monday. I'll do Factorio workshop where we do awesome designs together, and then I'll make tutorials here on YouTube afterwards. If you want to watch the series, I should also mention that it's also on Twitch, and it's Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays also at 8 p.m. So do come on over, check it out, see what's going on, come say hi. Basically, what we have now is plastic. Plastic is doing absolutely phenomenal. It's going in. We're starting to do the unloading here. We got plastic coming in. We got green circuits coming in. We got copper coming in. The very first copper is just coming in. And that's going to be a massive build of red circuits. I think we have the design for the red circuits done. I thought we had the design for the red circuits done. Oh, there it is. This red circuit build. Let's take a look at this one. It is producing technically 15.4 red circuits per second, and using 16 copper, 22 iron, no, sorry, not iron, 22 plastic and 22 green circuits. So what this means is it's taking ever so slightly less than half a belt of plastic and green circuits, which is amazing, because that means if you take a full belt inbound, then you can have 2 of these operational. The other part that fits really nice is that it's 15.4. That means 3 of these will give us a fully compressed blue belt. So the obvious answer is, of course, that I need 12 lanes of these. Because if I take 12 lanes of these, then I will need 6 lanes of plastic, 6 lanes of green circuits, and less than 6 lanes of copper. And that's going to be our next massive build out here, building the red circuit build, and then feeding that back into the bus so that we can relieve some of the drought that we have on our red circuit builds, because they're not really working. It's also straining all our plastics, and it might actually be the one that keeps us from expanding. Yeah, so that's another week gone in this space, and it's continuing. I'm streaming it, as I said, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays. So do check it out if you want to. I think it's really cool, and I think we got a good showing here. It's really transitioning into the mega base build, or kilo base, but our science is feeble. But we're making these basic materials that we need, like iron, copper, plastic, red circuits, green circuits. Steel will be next. So once we have those, we can start building the majority of the science that we want, and then we can start upscaling our science production. It's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. But the trouble is, we run out of credits, and let's see how that pans out. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope that you are enjoying these recaps, enjoying the streams as well. If you are able to watch the streams, and I hope that these recaps are catching you back up if you miss a few. Anyway, thanks for joining. Hope that you will join over on Twitch or just keep watching here. And as always, stay effective.